The kingdom of Cordonia, 1600 AD. It's the night of the Royal Masquerade, and you've snuck onto the balcony for a private moment with a mysterious suitor. I'm interested in both. The hour grows late, my lady. I would be left in anguish if I never laid my eyes upon your enraptured face. You nod coyly. The stranger places his hands at the sides of your face and tenderly slides your masks upward. What do you look like? With olive complexion. How do you style your hair? Liking long updo, and long updo wins it. What do you think? Magnificent. Does this soothe your anguish? It does. Not even a master artist could dream a face so beautiful, if only I knew the name of this masterpiece before me. Julia. The name sits like honey on my tongue. Honey on your tongue, you say? Then I should take a taste. You'll find its sweetness unforgettable. Well, bell chimes, and you look towards the door. I'm sorry, I must leave. Wait, how will I find you again? You haven't told me which house you're from. Have you not guessed? Well, you display the dedication of House Astor, the fearlessness of House Everhart, and the wit of House Rosario. I could never guess your origin. Choosing a house will affect your last name, your house animal, in certain moments throughout the game. House Astor. Like a wolf, rise as one. House Everhart. Bold and brave. Like a bear. House Rosario. Okay, looks like a fox with wit and wile. I like the nature. Do it. Lady Julia of House Rosario, let us part with a kiss that neither of us will forget. Then let us join our lips together. You got the masked man's hands around your body until you're intertwined together. You gaze at his lips, his breath brushes your cheek, heart pounding, you lean in. Ow! Your head snaps up from your book to see head librarian Canna glaring down at you, ruler in hand. Miss Julia, how nice of you to join us. Hope your dreams weren't too badly interrupted by your work. Mr. Harrow's collection of essays on soil fertility will not transcribe themselves. My work? Oh, well, see... Wait a moment. That doesn't look like essays at all. Canna looks down at your desk towards the book you were reading when you fell asleep, grabs it in a fit. The Last Dance. What is this romantic drivel? Julia Rosario, you may have been raised by a family of some of the most renowned, but you will belong to the library now. That means do as I say. As punishment of your dawdling, you will finish this transcription and then produce a second one by morning. More work, but that will take all night. I won't be able to... Watch the Royal Masquerade Ball from the Astronomy Tower? No, I don't think you'll be able to do that. And now take your dinner and get to work. Anna drops a single roll of bread on your desk and walks off. You stare at your measly supper. Bread flakes crack off as you bite into the tough, dried roll. You adjust your books, pick up your quill, and take a deep breath, and then begin writing. Soil, a kingdom's lifeblood, a source of food and conflict. The Great Apple War of 1244 began when a prized apple tree sprouted on the border between two kingdoms. Yield is proportional to the amount of most limiting nutrient. While you painstakingly copy the paragraphs one by one, a shadow falls across your desk. I'm working this time, Kiana. Good. Now don't stop until you've worn your fingers to the bone. Huh, that sounds like where you can look up, a woman wraps you in a hug. Annalisa, what are you doing here? I'm making sure this place hasn't driven my little sister insane yet. I'm losing my mind. No person should have to do this much work. What of the gift I sent you? Tell me you've read it. The Last Dance, I've read most of it, which is why I'm still working past dinner. Did the perpetually displeased one catch you reading again? Yes, so we must keep your visit short tonight. The entire tome must be copied out twice by morning. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I doubt you'll be able to do that while attending tonight's ball. You'll be far too busy dancing and flirting with handsome nobles to... Wait, what? Annalisa, what have you done? Oh, nothing much. Just forged you an invitation to the Royal Masquerade and arranged a carriage for both of us. Of course, if you're too busy... Annalisa, Anna won't have me hanged. Suddenly hear Canna's voice booming from down the hall as he approaches your desk. Julia, you had better hope I was hearing only things, because if I find you socializing instead of working, I swear to the Queen that'll... Swear to the Queen that you'll what exactly? Miss Annalisa, I didn't know that I was taking my beloved sister away from here on important family business. Of course not. How could you? Now do be a darling and finish this work for her while she's gone. I hear the library requires 2 copies. Isn't that right? Of course. Hannah bows his head deeply as Annalisa confidently ushers you through the library door, where you find a beautiful carriage waiting to whisk you away. You ride through the streets of the capital until you arrive at the Rosario estate. It's been so long since I've been home. Drink up the sight. Stepping inside, you find your aunt lounging on the furniture. Annalisa, where did you go? You should be preparing for your audience tonight. Oh, she probably returned to apply more perfume. You know how libertine she is with boys. Shouldn't you two have been left to tour our lands, I'm sure our subordinate furniture would welcome the opportunity to support you. We will depart once you explain why you brought Julia here. She's coming with me to the masquerade ball. Annalisa, return her to the library at once. We'll look like bumpkins of corpses shepherding around our black sheep. Do not tell me how to treat my sister. She is no more your sister than an adopted stray one of your parents made the mistake of taking in. Anzaya, do not speak of me that way. I will speak of you however I please. Not while I'm present. We are your aunts, and I'm the head of House Rosario, and as long as you leech from my success, you will hold your tongues. Oh, let them have their fun, Zaya. Tonight's a night for celebration and relaxation. Elise, quiet your tongue. Zaya turns to Annalise, but backs down and returns to her chair. Annalisa leads you past them to the bedroom. The years have not softened Zaya's demeanor. They've made it worse, if anything, but don't worry about them. We've got to get you dressed for your big night. A dignified older man knocks against the doorframe, then steps inside the bedroom, holding a small object wrapped in red silk. Miss Annalisa, you asked that I present this upon your return. Yes, thank you, Vasco, but it's for Julia, not for me. Vasco nods and then offers you the object. You carefully remove the cloth, revealing an ornate silver mirror, swirling with magical energy. You recognize it immediately. This is a charm. Only nobles are supposed to have magical artifacts. True. House Beaumont may have their warrior's stone, House Navarcus their scarlet cloth, but House Ferrero their sun pendant, and House Vescovi their sapphire comb, but Queen Kendra saw fit to gift House Rosario the jade mirror. Queen Kendra? Are we going back to Crown and the Flame era? then I can't use this, Annalisa. It's yours by right. And by right I say that my sister shall enjoy one of the most of the world's few surviving vestiges of magic for her magical night. Go on, look into the mirror and see the dress on your reflection. If you desire it, it will appear on you. But if the mirror style does not suit you, I have brought a non-magical outfit as contingency. Go on, look inside. Look inside, let's take a look. It's in a book, reading Rainbow. The gem at the top of the mirror glows as you glance at your reflection. You see yourself wearing different dresses. Okay, I like it. It's pretty. Ooh. Oh, why can't we wear the black one? Come on. I don't give a crap about this one. Oh my god, fine. Sparkles swirl around you as the dress magically forms on your body. This dress better give me something or I'm perturbed. Whoa. Midnight affair. You're absolutely stunning, Julia. It's hard to believe that such a lovely young lady is the same little girl who snuck books under the banquet table to read in her lap during dinner. I guess I was meant for a life at the Royal Library even before I was sent to Cana. Annalisa takes your shoulders and looks powerfully into your eyes. None of us are meant to be for anything, Julia. Had I been the adopted child, I'd no doubt that you'd been a clever lady of House Rosario, perhaps even more capable than myself. I could never have been more capable than you. But you can. You are clever like the fox. I've seen it in you. Do you really mean that? Thank you, Annalisa. You deserve it, Julia. Now, Vasco, do you have the prepared invitations? I do, and here's the invitation for you to deliver to the Queen in person. You're handing what to who now? An invitation for Queen Kendra for our house's noble debut. It's courteous after Her Majesty recognized us as one of the Cordonia's noble houses. Her Majesty's recognizing us? But we're commoners, not nobles. True, but our shrewd parents amassed land and wealth, and I amassed the Queen's favor. So tonight, for the first time in generations, a new family will ascend into the ranks of nobility. That's amazing. We're gonna be nobles. Not just nobles, or any nobles. Our house will be Queen Kendra's ally in the court, who can advocate for commoners. Cordonia will be better for your perspective. I would hope so, but Cordonia can wait one more night. Tonight is for House Rosario, so let's make it one we will always remember. Why do I feel like she's gonna die? You and Annalisa leave the Rosario estate and return to your carriage. As you ride through the streets, you can see the palace in the distance. I can't believe this is happening. I should be back at the library dying of boredom right now. Despite our aunt's opinion, you're part of House Rosario. Our ascension to nobility would feel hollow if you couldn't celebrate with me. Fortunately, that will not be the case. I'll be right next to you the whole time, albeit behind a mask. You don't have to be with me the entire time. You might happen to find yourself between a noble sheets along the way. Annalisa. I'm serious. When you're behind the mask, you're free to live your life to the fullest. I want to be in control of my life for once. The night is yours. Laughing, she picks up a pair of masks and hands you one and puts on the other. We're almost there. It's time to become mysteriously alluring. Masquerade mask, put it on. How do I look? Happier than I've seen you in years. A wave of torchlight washes into the carriage as it rolls to a stop outside the front of the palace, and Lisa clasps your hands and you step out together. It's so big up close. That's what she said. Let's have a night neither of us will forget. Hand in hand, you and your sister walk into the palace. Okay. Chapter 1, the Royal Masquerade. Wait, what? 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 Oh, I was like, is it over? And Lisa shows 2 invitations to a guard at the royal palace door. The guard looks at them suspiciously, but waves you both through. Your shoes echo against the pristine floor as you walk toward the central staircase. Wow, this is the palace. That's an imported red carpet. Those are cast iron decorations with gold railing, and a famous... That's the D'Ambrosier still alive. His works were supposed to have been lost when the great fires burnt down his studio. That's what we thought. But we were able to recover the paintings from the rubble. How it survived is beyond me, but I'm grateful a piece of our heritage could be preserved. You look beside you to see a woman dressed in elaborate attire admiring the painting. Not just preserved, but proudly displayed for all to see. The Queen must have good taste. I would like to think so. And then Lisa grabs your shoulder and drags you into a curtsy alongside her. Julia, that's the actual Queen Kindra you're speaking to. Queen Kindra. I beg you for forgiveness. I did not know who I was speaking to. Do not worry yourself. Formalities aside, it's always a pleasure to exchange thoughts with someone of astute mind. Yes, I too enjoy conversation that engages the mind. The guards wave another group into the palace. It appears more guests require my attention. It was a pleasure meeting both of you. Please enjoy the masquerade. How do you not recognize the Queen? And you're like 20-some years old. You and Annalisa curtsy to Queen Kindra. Once she walks away, Annalisa turns to you. You maintain more composure than I thought. I spoke with the Queen. I'm going to faint. There will be no fainting until you see the ballroom. Annalisa leads you through 2 large doors. Stepping inside, the room radiates energy with masked revelers dancing to the joyful music. Servants swirl around the room with dishes, tending to every mingling noble's appetite. The descriptions don't do it justice. Tonight, all of this is yours. The servant brushes by you with a covered plate. What is this heavenly smell? Fugazi, a type of olive bread the Queen imports from the south. I forgot bread has types. Annalisa flags down the servant, who bows while offering you a slice of fresh buttered bread. Go on, try it. By all of Cordonia's apples, it's so soft and delicious. Where's this been the past decade? Try to blend in a little. Nobody else is falling over an appetizer. Oh, of course. Well, I'm sorry, she's pretty much kept in a dungeon, but I never want this night to end. I haven't even met anyone yet, and this night is already perfect. Imagine what will happen when you try the new imported spiced soup. I might break into tears. Music changes to a playful tune and people line up on the dance floor. This is where we part. Before my audience with the Queen, I have to find someone. Someone important? I haven't decided yet. Ask me again in the morning. Annalisa winks as she disappears into the crowd of nobles. You walk over to an appetizer table to find more bread. When you notice a masked figure surrounded by a group of women tripping over themselves for their attention, 2 of the women throw off their masks. This is literally a celebrity. I'm just saying, I know her, but I don't know her name. Remember me? I hope you haven't forgotten the mark you left last time we shared a bed, because I want another. Why retread familiar paths when I can lead you down a whole new trail? With the masked figure's eyes drift past the women and lock with yours. With face 1. Face 2. Person 3. Person 4. Why not? We started with this guy. Hold on, let me take a look at this guy one more time. Problem is, I don't know what the other ones will look like. Why not? Is he looking at me? The man brushes past the circle of women and moves across the floor towards you. As your heart begins to race when he arrives, he bows deeply. Good evening, my lady. I can't say I've seen you at court before. I would hate to forget a figure so beautifully attired, but it seems I have. You forgot me. What a coincidence. I've forgotten you too. What a relief. Perhaps we should reacquaint ourselves. How so? I can think of many ways I'd like to learn about someone as alluring as yourself. Well, then offer one. Well, a dance then. Interesting. I accept. I'm honored. When the song changes, I'll be waiting by the dance floor. See you there. The man glances at you flirtatiously as he walks away. You turn around to find another masked figure staring at you as if sizing you up. You are very dark, sir. Like, very just... aura is alluding to darkness. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna make this interesting. You've made quite the mysterious appearance. I could say the same to you. There are rumors of people sneaking in. Funny that someone else in a mask would question my motives. I'm sure neither of us has anything but our faces to hide. Then you shouldn't have a problem showing me your invitation. And where is your invitation? Why should I tell you that? For whatever reasoning, you were asking for mine, I suppose. I can't decide if you're being cunning or coy. Why not both? Then I will leave you to deliberate in peace, if you'll excuse me. Wait, would you like to dance? A moment ago you sounded suspicious of me, now you're asking for my company? Let's call it a pleasant way to keep my eye on you. Unless there was someone else you've promised to dance to. The music changes, you see a man in the sun mask awaiting you on the dance floor. The man in the sun mask, or a rather dark dance with the moon mask. Very tempting indeed. He was politer. I am grateful for your offer, but I already promised to dance to someone else. Of course. The other man politely bows and takes her leave. You join the man in the sun mask on the dance floor. Ah, my lady, I've dearly missed you. I feel quite popular tonight. As you deserve. Now that it's only the two of us, shall we? Gladly. The man presses his lips against the back of your hand and before guiding your arm into the ballroom stands. The man glides with you along the dance floor and soon you're following his steps in time with the music. You move with such grace. Perhaps you're an excellent lead. And an excellent lead knows when to let his partner shine. And you, my lady, are radiant. The man puts his hands around your corset and lifts you into the air, holding you up long enough to look out over the ballroom. Grace. He brings you down against his chest and together you spin around with elegance. But you make everything look so easily. I can do nothing else. The masked man twirls you under his arm. You glide against him and finish the spin into his embrace. There are few sensations as pleasing as being wrapped inside another's arms, wouldn't you agree? While I don't deny the appeal, I find it more pleasing to be inside another's head. Is that so? My lady, often I can guess who's behind the mask, but I'm at a complete loss when it comes to you. If you can forgive my curiosity, I must know who you are. I am a typical noble like yourself. You are nothing but typical, or anything but. I'm glad you think so. As the dance winds down, the other dancers switch partners. Many of the women you'd seen falling over the man in the sun mask watch him hungrily, poised to strike the moment you release him. I wish our dance could have lasted the night. From the look of your admirers, you may be alone in that thinking. If I stay here, I would be expected to change partners for the next dance, but if I was not to stay here, what are you suggesting? That we finish our dance on the palace balcony where we can hide from other interruptions. And if I say yes, then we will look over the lights of the city and get to know each other in a way that a public masquerade would never allow. When the masked man for a private dance and the chance to, I'd guess, his identity. Join the mysterious man for a private rendezvous. Why not? Go, Pikachu. It's Halloween in Pokégo. Go, go! Right this way, my lady. The masked man leads you through the palace and onto the balcony. The faint echo of the ballroom music can be heard from down the hall. Now, where were we? Our number was nearing its end. You both resume your dance, and he spins you around so you could briefly overlook the city before pulling you back. How shall we conclude this dance, my lady? Let's end this with something daring. As you wish. The masked man rests his hand on your back and dips you over the balcony. As you hang over the edge, you feel the cool night breeze flow around you. After a long moment, he pulls you up into his arms. That was breathtaking. It's my honor to provide. Now that we have privacy at last, perhaps you'd be willing to reveal who I've been dancing with tonight. And if I do not reveal myself, then I fear I may go mad from curiosity. You don't want to keep me up all night, do you? I haven't made up my mind yet. If you won't say that, I will have to guess. Let's see. You're at the palace, beautifully, incredibly beautiful and graceful, which tells me that you'll probably come from nobility. And yet, I know every noble lady in court, so the only explanation I can think of is foreign royalty, a visiting princess from the north, dare I guess a queen from the south. I am exactly what you say. I knew it. After all, it's not as though a palace scribe snuck in by a sister could capture my attentions the way that you will. So you... But I have my answer, your highness. So no need to dwell on the question any further. Now your turn. You're a good dancer, so you're a veteran of formal parties. You're confident and wearing a unique mask, so you must be important. You must be... a powerful noble from a great house. That's rather spot on, though it could describe several people in the palace tonight. Well, then tell me your family name, so we can make it a little bit more specific. It's better kept a secret for now. Everyone acts differently around me once they know my family name. That important a family name, huh? Yes, but it's the one that I can escape on a night like this. The masked man turns and gazes out over the balcony. I believe you were promised a view of the city. Here it is, illuminated in its splendor. Wow. Pretty. It's gorgeous. The beauty matched only by the stars that looked down upon it, and the woman standing in their glow. The stars shine on thousands tonight. Who's to say the stars favor me? Who else would have the power to break their mold, to rise and dine among the nobility? I can only live this fantasy for a night. A night is all one needs to move the heavens themselves. The masked man steps next to you and places a hand next to yours. Together you look up at the sky. If only but one night. Turning away from the sky, the masked man runs a finger along the side of your mask. With your permission, I'd like to see the enchanting woman behind the disguise. Are you sure you want to do that? That might not be everything you imagined. Oh, on the contrary. You could be more than anything I've ever imagined. Okay, but only if I can remove your disguise, too. I'd want nothing less. You let out a breath and relax as the man's hands glide up your jaw and around your mask. He tenderly pulls it off. I did not know such beauty could exist. You're too generous. I speak the truth, I swear. Now your turn. You slide your hands up the masked man's jaw until your hands grasp the edges of the mask. You lift it up. Wow, we finally meet face to face. Our dance certainly took its time, but it has been greatly rewarding. The man peers deep in your eyes. You realize your lips are inches apart. When a man politely clears his throat behind you, you and the man hastily separate. You turn to see Vasco politely looking away. Hello there. Apologies, but this is somewhat of an emergency. Emergency? What happened? I found the Queen's invitation, which means I've given your sister the wrong one. I would correct this error and offer my resignation at once, but I cannot find your sister. I fear she's been summoned to meet the Queen early. She would look foolish handing out the wrong invitation. I'll give it to her. The gods won't let you. What choice do we have? After a moment of hesitation, Vasco hands you the invitation. The throne room sits at the center of the palace. Go with haste. Slide your mask back on and turn towards the ballroom when the unmasked man calls out to you. Before you leave, might I have your name so that I might forever associate this night with you? Julia. And yours? What's the masked man's name? Hunter. I'm Hunter. It was an honor to dance with you, Lady Julia. Please enjoy your night. You navigate between the groups of nobles and servants as you head towards the throne room. I'm coming in, Elisa. Phew, made it. As you arrive outside the doors, you don't see any guards to escort you inside. Huh. One of the double doors hangs ajar. You push it open and enter the throne room. Looking down, you find two guards lying motionless on the ground, their weapons drawn. Oh no. Queen Kendra! Oh, this is befitting. Kendra, and it's in this... Alright, you run deeper into the chamber, freeze with fear as you see a hooded figure standing next to the throne, thrusting a dagger into the Queen Kendra's side. They both look at you. You made a mistake coming here, girl. Flee! Your heart stops, lying motionless on the floor in front of you is your sister. And I called it. Annalisa! You stumbled upon an assassination. What does this mean for the kingdom, for your family? Find out in the next chapter. I told you. I can't. Okay, just insert F word. Okay, just insert. Why am I always right? Can someone please explain this to me? Why? I only open my mouth unless I am, but shit! I'm getting perturbed. I'm literally getting perturbed. Like, I am always right when it comes to things like that. I called it, didn't I? I said, Yurse's just gonna end up dying, isn't she? You called it! Thank you! Thank you very much. I'll be here all day. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down to the description down below. Links to social media, Discord, and if you'd like to support me and my content, it's greatly much appreciated. Please do so. You guys don't realize, like, how important it is. Okay? You guys really, 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 really do not know. Without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Good day.